Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're watching Totally Tropical Transport Fever 2 in colour. We're following a truck, although the truck is currently outpacing us. Where's this truck going, I hear you cry? Well, if you stick around until we get to the destination point here, you'll see where it's going. I would have thought that was patently obvious. I have, however, set the camera to cruise mode at a pace that is rather slower than the truck is doing. Fortunately, however, he's taken a turn here, and that will enable us to catch up, and you'll be able to see what the truck is up to. Are you on the edge of your seat? You should be. This is thrilling stuff, and arguably as exciting as it's ever going to get. So, there we go. Oh, look, here he comes, look. There's a truck. And in the back of the truck is now some stuff. Brilliant. Compelling viewing for everybody. That one, good. Right, so I do the intro. Probably better I'd do. No, this isn't the path I had in mind when I implemented this particular transit route there. No, a straight line, I think, probably would have been the way to go there. And I've got I think I know how to fix it, and I probably ought to fix it, because this is ridiculous. And also, this is going to slow this route down quite dramatically. If he's having to do this flipping zigzag rubbish every time he comes up here, then well, that's poor, isn't it? Isn't it poor? Looks quite good though, other than the ship. So let's have a quick look, and hopefully we can get this done before it arrives up here in Royston Vasey, carrying 35 whole lumps of oil in lumpen form. Now, here's why it's doing that. Right, it's really actually quite straightforward. If you bring up your navigable waters, it will show you that there's only a path up the middle that is actually navigable. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to need to... there's two possible solutions. Is firstly, make the whole channel a bit deeper. That might work. Secondly, would be just to widen it so that there is a non-diagonal required path all the way up the middle. Okay, well, let's try for option one. So we'll grab, let's up the strength of this, because we want to get it right near the first time. We'll grab that bit of height and then go this way and see if it goes green. Well, the one thing it didn't do is go green. What about this side? Okay, right, well, there you go. That's the answer to that then. We're going back to the terrain tools and making this a bit wider. Oh, life. Right, okay, so let's is bigger. And then we'll, I guess we're going to bulldoze the bridge then, aren't we? Yeah, okay, right. So I'm going to knock out this side a little bit rather than that side a little bit. Why? Because this side a little bit means that there isn't another turn to do. Okay, all right. And instinctively, that feels like the smart thing to do. Okay, well, I don't know when I decided that doing the smart thing was going to be something I subscribed to, but fair enough. Right, off we go. So if we go out this way to about there, go on, thank you, backfill that in, and then just rock it. Don't want to go too far. I'm not too bothered about the expense of the thing. It's more about, you know, I did want this to be kind of a narrow canal. Now, given the let's bring it back up again and make sure this is having any kind of an effect. There we go. We've got a channel going now. But if you look at it this way round, you can see where the underlying grid lives. For there is an underlying grid. So if I wanted to build a straightforward canal, what have we got in the bank? 300 million. Stuff it. Let's do this now and have a look. So if I went out from here and just went this way, and firstly you'll see that it's gouging it out with lovely flat edges, which is lovely and flat and edgy, but not in an edgy way. There you go. Oh, look at that. Oh, you could create a belter of a canal doing that. That's going to look terrific. We'll go and have a zoom in look. I'm going to repair this again afterwards. This is just money that I'm throwing away. Keep going. Nope, not quite there yet. Needs enough space both sides. I know I could up the strength of the tool a little bit and probably make this a bit easier, but we'll go like this for now and see how we get on. No, no, no. You go from here. There you go. That's it. Yeah. Oh no, this. I mean, this would look a belter if this was the way I was going. Let's up the tempo on that. Let's go for a square brush. No soft edges for you, there, mate. Now, no. And now, this should be good. I can't see any reason why you wouldn't allow it. Okay, turn it off. Right, no, turn it off. Yeah, turn it back on again. Nope, still no. Okay, all right. I mean, it's gradually changing the layout up front, but we're not there yet. No, keep. Just would you please? Thank you. There you go. Keep going. Yeah. Look, we got a bit. We got a bit over there. That's nice. But as you can see, look, even with this incredibly narrow channel, actually you could navigate it. Yeah, you could. You could. I've spent a lot of money on this just to illustrate a point. If I do that, well, that should be enough, surely. One bit left. Okay. There you go. So imagine that, only better. Hang on. There we are. Let's have a zoom in look at that. And there you go. So yeah, if you're going the canal approach, then you might want to pay some heed to which way the grid actually runs. Now just colour that back in again. Yeah. Yes. There you go. Right, like that. Yeah. Right, and then make it look more humane by switching to El Smootherino and putting the feathery bit on the edge of it. And that should just bubble up nicely to look as it should look. Right, so I've got to make this a bit wider. Let's get that done, and then we can move on. Yeah, I know, that was the educational part of today's show. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. All right, keep going. That's it. I reckon this is going to do the job, but we'll have to have a look and then possibly do a bit more afterwards. But that's okay. I'm even making the main channel quite a bit deeper, so I mean, you know, I've got to get some bonus points for that. It means that I can use my submarine fleet up here as well, which is great. They'll be able to traverse this particular area without detection. You know what? That's what this game needs. It needs submarines. Modders, I want a submarine. For what? Oh, I don't know. Passengers. I want a passenger submarine that only, you know, transport like 15 people, something like that, and all you see above the water is the conning tower. That would be super. Right, has that done the job? Right, good. Clean route now. Admittedly, only one line, so if there's ships facing against each other, they will drive through themselves. But we'll cope with that. Right, good. Now, by this... Oh, hold on, I've been paused the entire time. You joker. The hope was that I'd get this finished, and then we'd pop over and see the results. But evidently, I forgot to keep the game running. Right, okay. Hold on. What was that? No. I saw you do something bad there. No, I don't want to have to wiggle under the bridge. Is it absolutely necessary to have this pillar? Oh, that made me rebuild it. Okay. Oh, I see. I paused it because you'd bulldozed the bridge. Yeah, see, that was the... Yeah, I know. Right, so, well, what about if I do to here? Give me one more pillar. Give me... There you go. That'll do it. Stop going downhill. We're not there yet. Right. Make sure that the line is approximate. The line is not approximate. Make the line approximate. About there. Need one more pillar. The deployment of stop wiggling without my say so. I control the wiggling in this joint. Right, how's that? That's adequate. Been at the gin too early this morning. Right, and then wang that across there. Hope for no pillar. There you go, one pillar. Surely that will not interfere. There you go, beautiful. Right, good. We're now we can get rolling again. Right, now I want to see how much this ship makes when it arrives. So we're going to up the tempo to get to that point, and then we'll press on to the next adventure. What is that next adventure? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because I don't know. Firstly, I do know. Firstly, we need one of the refined oil to turn it into fuel. Right? Okay, just one. But the fuel refiner itself takes two. So we should be able to supply everything we need for full loads going back that way just by picking up from the fuel refinery and trotting on up here. Should. That's what I'm hoping. We haven't got any fuel burn. Questa Verde. Now, I can make life easy for myself for now by just supplying these guys. Obviously, because I've connected this up to the network, this whole island now becomes my plaything in that way that many things become my plaything simply because I decree it. But is there a but? Well, I wanted to do another oil line, and we're going to need at least one more ship, if not many more. So, you know, there is that. One of the things I was thinking of doing is waiting until there was a full load dockside, then deploying a ship to go pick it up. Rinse, repeat until you're running a fleet. It's poetry, friends. Get into it. And that was, I think that's 500 grand. It was enough to offset the running costs anyway. Finances, let's have a look. What was that? 542,000. Boom shakalaka. Okay, that'll do nicely. Did you manage to get anything to go back with? Nah. Well, that's not surprising, really, given that this hasn't really started producing yet. So we should see... No, we're not seeing anything because it hasn't got any customers yet. Right, in which case, do I want to go simple for the customers here and then later on we'll do something more advanced? I think that's probably the smart way to go. It makes life simple just for a little while. Yeah. Right, okay, bung this in. Slap this in here. I came at this with only one plan, and that was... I'm going to show you something interesting about this shipping route. I've done that now, so we can move on and do something else. But I hadn't actually got a caper in mind when doing that. Don't close that. You need this. Where are we? Right. Where's your fuel burners? So if I were to build a drop off here, yeah, I know some of you might not make the cut initially, but if I were to build it there, then we'd have a winner on our hands. Or we'd have a fight. We'd have a contender. Let's put it that way. Right, truck unload stop. No, full truck business, please. And we'll stick that both ends. And for now, I'm only going to stick one truck on it. Now I could sling this further afield, but actually I want to keep it within catchment radius of the port, so that if I decides to import stuff, then that's all, you know, it's all ready to rock and roll. Right, okay, where are we going to bung this? Actually, I'm going to bung it in here, which was going to make you all go, what? Why, and what? Eh? Yeah, that's where I'm going to stick it. I might change my mind in about 3 minutes, but we're going to try that first, right? Then hook it up to some streets, and then see... oh, there you go. See, the game had the idea. It went, oh yeah, totes. I want... that's exactly what we want. Nice job, game. Well done. So the catchment on that is significant. Excellent. Right, so if we do a new line here, stations to add one up there, and then add another one down here. Yeah, there you go. Piece of cake. So this is going to be oil delivery. No, it's not. No, fuel delivery. Yeah. Delivery. Delivery, yes. Where are we? Questa Verde. Questa Verde. Okay, marvellous. Good. Marvellous. Good. Marvellous. Road depot. Right. Now, I've used town roads for this because, you know, I'm forever the flipping optimist, and you never know, that might pan out. I've also unwittingly created a connection between the two towns, so that'll be charming as well. Right, one truck oil, please. Buy vehicles. Cargo. Something oily. I don't have a designated oil wagon at the moment. We've got the Mack flatbed, or the Mack tarpaulin. I think, well, the flatbed stores one less, you know. It does. And I think that's why we'll be using that. How does it compare with the Benz? The Benz is faster. Yeah, no, a Mac will do me just fine. That'll be fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. It's good. It's good. It's fine. Right, fuel delivery. Go. All right. Okay. Good. Now, all right. So that's going to do something with things. Hopefully, this will get the picture pretty quickly and start slinging it in there. It hasn't. No, it's just thrown it away. So the 35 that it had produced, it's just slung that. It's gone. Nah, nobody wants this kind of stuff. So I'm going to be burning cash on that fuel route for a little while. Right. Let's up the tempo on this and see how it likes the newly remodeled canal-esque that we've got going on here. You know what this needs? It needs a bit of softening around the side. There you go. Get in the channel. Do not zigzag. Don't you dare. It is. It's flipping zigzagging. Now, not as horrendously as it was before, but it's still doing it. Maybe I will have to redo the route. Bring up the route thing. Yeah, okay, weird, but slightly more effective. That's oddly enough coming up. It doesn't have a problem. Going back, it's got all kinds. It's got an attitude, and well, I guess we'll just have to suck that up. But either that or make it wider still. And frankly, it'll do. Right now, I'm going to go down the other end and just see how we're doing in terms of oil that is ready to ship. I imagine we're throwing quite a lot of it away at the moment. No, not yet. But with 173 on there, it's only a matter of time before that percolates. So let's buy myself another Vandal. There you go. It's £1 million, and you know that's money. There you go. Fling that on there, and then we'll wait to see what happens. But with 2, that should work out quite nicely. Now, what am I doing next? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I've got passenger routes a go-go to deal with. We could have a look here and see where my customers are. So you've got Beauclair over there. Yes. Megacity 1 is obviously a consumer as well, as is the Citadel. And you know what? Those would be the 3 I'd go for, because those are the 3 most significant towns, not just here, but on the map. Now, I'm planning to develop other towns to be significant as well, but none of the ones on this island. Obviously, the coastal ones are going to naturally do quite nicely, because they'll have all the import and export that they can just plunder when they feel like it. Yeah. No, leave that alone for the moment. We're going to head back up to the Royston Vasey lands, and I'm just going to stick in a fairly cheap and cheerful tram route. Trams, I cry, but why? Why not just go straight for trains? I mean, yes, yeah, trains not a bad idea, but in this case, I want to get it rolling in the traditional sense. We're going to do an electric flipping tram route. Do you want to use Town Road for that, or are you going to spread this way? We're going to spread that way. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Go on. Well, I've got a notion that's just formed in my head as I've been speaking to you now, and that notion is with regard to wait, gently. All right, okay. That notion is with regards to ongoing development. Now, I spoke last time about setting up a few lines, or rather, to deliver freight to a certain couple of cities at a time, right? But given that I can't produce enough to deliver to everybody who wants it, instead we produce enough to service, 4 or 5 towns at a time. And this could be any cargo type, right? It doesn't have to be fuel, although fuel's an obvious candidate. That's come out nicely. Yeah, it has come out nicely. And we've also now we've given the AI the ability to cross between these towns, which is going to be jolly good fun. Right, let's do a loop round the end here. And what? Yeah, do you want to finish your thought for once? Yeah, okay. So what that's going to require is I would call it like a super hub, but it's only a super hub in terms of connectivity, not in terms of the amount of clobber that necessarily flows through it. But what I want to do is have either airports or ports, given that trains are unlikely to be used in this scenario, connecting up wherever I choose to connect up to at a given time. But it's going to require some of everything to be stored there. In fact, maybe it would do away with traditional distribution. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it, but I think that there is there's some potential in there. Are we covering at least some residential? You're covering the whole town. All right, well that's good then. There you go. We'll put that both ways, despite the fact it doesn't really need to be. Why are you doing a tram route? Oh, because I like trams, and so do quite a lot of people who comment on this stuff routinely. Also, that's not the right place to drop off. Here is the right place to drop off. Look, right in the middle here. That gives you maximum coverage. Right, okay, well, bang in the road necessary to make that work. Yeah, no, stick with a crunchy road, and that'll be good. All right, and there. Right. Then apply some minor... That's not what you wanted. That's what you wanted. Apply some minor upgrade here. Hello, people. I'm bringing you technology. I've only been on the island a week, but I'm upgrading you to be sophisticated, like what I am. Right, okay, stick down there, stick down here. Yep, that's good. I'm going to need to stick quite a few trams on this. Now, is that going up the middle? Well, no. Oh. Yeah, you want to be over here. Or on there. Yeah. Actually, there isn't anywhere that really grabs the entire show, but this would give relatively reasonable relativeness. Reasonable. So let's do that. Okay, good. Yeah, it would be better if you just connected that up. Don't worry about it. The traffic isn't yet severe enough that it's going to cause me undue harm. So if we bang that on there, and then we head up to Hill Valley, and just sling it on about there, I reckon. Yeah. Okay. Good. Right. Okay. Let's route that one up, and that should work out quite pleasantly. Quite pleasantly. Right. Okay. There's Takashita Street. Of course it is, because everywhere has a Takashita Street. And then we go down to here. Yeah. Well, sorry. What was that one? That was Chawai Street. Yes. And then one down here. This is, oh, crikey, Christoprundi Boulevard. And then one more, which is, oh, yeah, okay, up the difficulty as we go, shall we? Vozd, yeah, Vozd, Vizhenka, which is probably Vizhenka. Vizhenka Street. I need more practice at Russian. Because I don't have to make a meal of the pronunciation there. Right, okay, that's good. Now, what island is this? This is going to be... it's just... I don't have a good name for it. Because obviously we've got the mainland, which, this is... So this is northern. Yeah, okay, so the northern... the northern line. yeah. Right, to be replaced by trains at a later date. That'll do nicely. Right, we need a depot on here. Yeah, it's just tram depot. Right, good. Sling this on here, and I think we will go with 6 trams to start off with. Why 6? Just cause. Right, now the Peter Witt does 35. I want speed more than anything else. If anyone can do 40, hello CC, how's it cooking? CC will do 40. Right, do it. There you go. That's $1.5 million in one hit. Love it. There you go. Off your trots. Should we watch them depart? Well, of course we will. There we go. Right. Yeah, cut up all of the road vehicles. We hate them. Frankly, they should always be riding on our stuff rather than anyone else. And the motorised hairdryer is the sound that you're getting here, but we're setting off. I like that one's gone one way, one's gone the other way. You're going to go the other? Yeah, there you go. Good. Divide and conquer, my friends. And you will flourish. Or I will. I mean, someone's going to flourish, and whoever it is going to enjoy that. Okay, right, that'll bed in pretty quickly, I would have thought. I mean, I don't know how fast these chaps are going to pick up in terms of going, oh yeah, I'll totes want to ride the tram. That's how people from here sound. But that'll do the job quite pleasantly, I would imagine. I don't think 6 is enough, but 6 is certainly a starting point. Right, let's talk future plans. So, as mentioned, a distribution centre that is able to reach any town, anywhere, just with the application of, I don't know, an airport or a port, harbour, ship thing, right? Is what we're after. Now we need somewhere relatively well connected to stuff what makes things. Oh, you are on fire this morning. Stuff, by which I mean producers, factories, that kind of jazz, right? I need to be near some production centres. So, for example, we could knock it out down here, and we've got good coverage from our food factory there, right? And then we'd work up distribution. So maybe just outside the port here at Zion Transfer, we stick an airport there as well, and then fling everything out to the 4 winds, the 7 winds, the 4 corners of the earth, to try and make those deliveries happen. Feels convoluted, although that said, we could then bring in tools from Hogsmeade. They could be imported over here as well. The tricky bit, or the bit to make sure you get right, is not delivering anything locally. Which would, the nice folks of District 12 are going to go, if you just ran to us directly, we'd actually get some flipping food. But no, you're tucking it down to Zion, and all Zion's bothered about doing is delivering it to Caprica. What's that all about? What is that all about? Well, I don't know, but it's about something. So yeah, I mean, there are considerations to be made there. I'm not making them right now, but how am I going to do that? Don't know. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for today. Slightly quicker than usual today because it was a slightly quick job. But in the next one, I think it's time. I think I've had a couple of episodes of doing something a bit different, but now it's time to actually hammer in the line between Beauclair and the Citadel. That won't be the end of the job, but and it's not just going to be a case of double track it up. I think the City 17 station needs upgrading. The Beauclair station needs upgrading. The Citadel's done, more or less, but it needs better connectivity for road vehicle traffic type stuff. Yeah. Okay, good. Colonel Failure is me. You is viewer. If you, as viewer, wishes to be viewer more regular, then subscribe button should thou press, lest the monsters attack you in the night for not pressing the button. Where are my ships? Where's the one that just picked up the stuff? Where are you? You're coming in, you're going out. Ah, good show. Right, you've got 130 on board, which is the number. There is 86 waiting, which is not the number. That is less than the number. Where is the train? What doth bring in more? Oh, it's here. No, that's just got stuff stored. What are you? No, you're passengers. You're innocent in all of this. All right. Well, something will occur at some point in the future, and I invite you to subscribe in order to see it, and we'll go from there. I'm going to leave you with. What am I going to leave you with? I'll leave you with following a ship, because it's always flaming scenic, is what it is. In fact, I'm going to stand on the edge of the island like a small boy with a kite, and because all small boys have kites, you know this. There you go. If it worked for Charlie Brown, it'll work for me. Right, I'll catch up with you very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Cheerio. Now, when you stick a canal together, having some fool going this way and that and the other way and this way and that way and a bit like that, it's rubbish. So some modification undoubtedly undoubtedly necessary there. But you know, it's all worked out, and it's going to be great, and everything's brilliant. I've written notes down about what's actually happening there, and I wrote refining and new canal. Good. Right, that's useful, isn't it? You know, because see here's how it works, right? Is that I'll record during the day. I don't know if it was in this one or if it was another one, but I think it was this one actually. That I was referring to it being morning. Now I've not blacked out the room or anything. It's now evening. I only did that this morning, and now I'm recording this. Can't remember what happened. Is this the one where I widened the canal? I think it is, isn't it? So anyway. Just make it the professional, man. Professional. Refining. Well, that's a thing, isn't it? And I'm doing the refining now, and that's going to work out brilliantly, I'm sure. Covered that expertly. Where exactly I'm going to take the fuel afterwards, I've got no idea. We'll ship some locally, and that'll be fine. The shipping alone, running the oil up the side of the what's-it and through the canal, that'll make some money. I got nothing for you. All right, trot along. I'll see if I can do better for the next one.